Well, hello, friends. We
We're not too late.
no, we are not too late. We're late, but we're not too late. We're gonna start off with some dumbbell curls and some good news. I swung by Walmart to their workout section and I grabbed the 50-pound what is that cowbell that they have for working out, and I was able to curl it twice with my good arm. So we are getting there. We are not quite there yet, but we are, in fact, getting there. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Tyrus. A few things we got to work on tonight. Um, the roach cage for the males needs to have finishing touches done.
I would almost just do that one tomorrow.
Yeah. You're like, I'm tired. I could do that tomorrow, and I don't know if you guys want to, but I could have you guys with me while I clean house. We have already gotten this situation kind of most of the way taken care of. All this junk was up on here. It was a clutterfuck. We got to organize the pile over here. My brother's Dune books and some of his Wicca teachings that he has going on. Tyrus, do you want me to make 50 accounts to get you to 1,000? Technically, it would take me 75 accounts to get me to 1,000. If you guys want to help me, share the shit out of the live. Spread. What is it that I constantly say? It's not a. Fuck. Give my brain a second. It's been a long day. It's not a cold. It's not a cold. But if you want to help out, spread my teachings far and wide. Make sure the world knows. Still waiting former promotion to admin.
Who said that?
Tyrus. Tyrus is one of those that I think could get it.
But she's not on enough.
But you're not on enough, apparently. I don't know about Adam. Adam's been a troublemaker. All right, here we go. That was a really rough 12 right there. Holy shit. 12 curls! Woo!
I thought you did 10.
That was 12!
No, I mean, I thought you usually do 10.
That's why I'm cheering.
I thought you were doing only 10 on purpose.
No, I was struggling to do 10. But I struggled to do 12! Yay! I mean, yay, that is fantastic news. We're getting somewhere!
Super cold. Oh my god. Everything we do in Michigan is so cold.
Well, yeah, I want to get it as far up as I can to strain those muscles. And if I knock myself out, hey, it's a free nap. I mean,
That sounds good.
you can't lose. I mean, I could lose teeth, but you can't lose. Get out of the way. This is my strong hand.
I'll give you some of this white to put in there for this cold weather. And then this when we put those close on lice. Yeah, here's some. You can see lice with the naked eye. They're usually pretty small.
Yes!
These are bad. I want the cheese.
Yeah.
Too much on.
More likely gonna break my face. What?
It's a bad cheese. It sound good.
No, you have some.
I know.
Do you want to get some?
I don't want to get up.
No. This is little guy's tank. And his tank is on my list tomorrow. Things that I'm gonna clean. Today we tackled the centipede cage. Oop. And the extra roach cage. And may not look impressive, but we tackled this area. And as messed up as it seems now, I'm going to be clearing out the box area right here. This is where we've been storing all of our cardboard. And I'm going to clear it out and make it nice and tidy because I'm sick of the way it looks. It is trashed. This is a love episode of Hoarders.
Okay. Now I'm going to talk to Dad, and he's going to bring us food tomorrow.
All right. On what not to do. Ivan Green, do you need to get blocked? Is that what you want? Or do you want to stay on here and watch what's going on? Because I could assist you in that. Yep, new glasses.
Do the dogs have food?
No, they do not. Yes, I eat like a fat man. But I live like a strong man. And I live like a weird man.
That is for sure.
Today we did 12 curls of 45 pounds. Good shit.
Here it comes.
We cleaned out the Vietnamese centipede cage. She is not happy. Oliver, quit it. Quit it, Oliver. He's trying to bury his food. All right. Ben Hammer! Yes, for 30 minutes. Because we don't tolerate that bullshit. Before I did 30 curls of 50. And I am to believe that why? You see, we actually have me doing that shit on live. That's the difference here. Ow. Let's... Whoop.
high-speed chase going up Scapus Fredonia.
Oh, shit. Alright, here we go. This is a male deer Polkreis. He is enjoying his 2-level dwelling that I gave him. If he flips over and molts, I'm going to be ecstatic because I thought he was already in his final form. Though he does have a pretty big booty for being a male. He is a heavy webbing species from Africa, bred in the United States, just like my ancestors were from Holland, but I was born in California. I know, it's terrible. You guys can go ahead and roast me for that. I roast me for that all the time. It's okay, I understand. Yes, because we just got home and I wanted to go and... Iconoclast? That's a word I've never heard before. What the fuck is an iconoclast? And who the fuck... Oh yeah, Ivan Green timed out. This... Is Oliver in there? Fucking... Intelligent rebel.
Oh, he's right here.
The center of my back is ice cold. I dropped my phone. I was kind of getting worried that Oliver was getting into something. Hey, Rosie Lynn. All right. So before I continue, I want to acknowledge people that are here. There is Rosie, Adam, Geo, Acid, Jason, Tyrus, Sleep, Ivan got Das Boot, Mayhem for all states. Hello, we are up here in Oregon. Chonk Lopez, thank you. Dick Tracy, that is, you gonna break your arm? That's not gonna happen. Cherie Todd, yeah, we already addressed that. It looks like you're gonna hit your face. Like I stated, it'd be a good night's nap. Maybe an emergency room visit. The doctor told me that I wasn't supposed to have any more excessive head injuries.
Adam said monkey.
Monkey time already? We just got started. Lord have mercy. You need to calm down, sir. This is a Brazilian blue violet male. See if we can get a look at one of those tibial hooks so I can show you. Not a very good appearance of one, but that right there, little kind of bump that you see right there is actually a tibial hook. Another tibial hook right there. Tibial hooks are one of the indicators that the tarantula that you have is an adult male. Adult male tarantulas typically spend most of their time looking for adult female tarantulas. And in most cases, after doing the hanky-schwanky, they become dinner! Yay, guys. If that doesn't put you in the mood to exude an attitude, I don't know what will. That just screams procreation, right? There we are. Whoop, whoop. What's up, Doodle Animations? Oh, what? Nicole, I'm sorry, Nicole. I didn't see your name.
What about me?
And my wife is here. There's Nicole. Jeez, how did I miss your name? Oh my god, you said... My goodness, I feel like such a klutz. My apologies, folks. That's not very nice of me. I didn't mean to make you feel left out. I didn't mean to make you feel left out, honey. You are so bundled up. How are you that cold? All right. Whoop. We're going to go and check on the other male Brazilian blue violet. It's the one that hasn't lost most of its fuzz. Then we're going to do around the worlds, and then we're going to move on to the next critter. It is good to have you guys back. Earlier today, we went and gave the centipede some new dirt. Oh shit! Oh, he's in the skull right now. So I'm going to show these guys what we did. So we went and gave him a new hide. That is our Vietnamese centipede. Inside the skull, inside of his cage. And this is the skull right here. We planted it halfway in. So the main entrances are a hole in the back of the skull and the eye sockets. And I am so happy that he's actually enjoying it. Jade, if you don't like it, you can always block me. It's fine. Spiders and centipedes are not what everyone needs. Okay? However, there's no need to be rude. You beautiful biscuit head people. No, we do not have space for one of the capuchin monkeys. Although I really wish that the government would grant some sort of freedom to the monkeys that got out down, I think it was in South Carolina. Because if they manage to escape a facility that has probably got some decent security systems and whatnot, security provisions to keep them in place, they earn their freedom. I mean, Jesus. All right. Discord! For those who are new here, the Discord is a place that you can go to talk to members outside of the live stream. They have all sorts of stuff that happens in their lives. So, well, we all do, but mostly them. This is the most exciting part of my life, I swear. So this is our other Brazilian blue violet male. He has got a full abdomen of hair, as you can see. Look at it. It's primo fuzz, okay? He hasn't flicked his fucking urticating hairs at me, all right? He's good to go. He's got a great temperament. I can spray his cage down, and the only thing I have to worry about is having to put him back in when he decides to flee. And he has not done that very much. Which one is Little Bitch? Little Bitch is our Lasiodora parabana. She's actually the nicest tarantula that we have. It's just that when she was younger, she was, well, my wife just said ornery. Ornery fits. Now, when it comes to the Brazilian blue violets, it's the same as the Lasiodora parabana or the white-kneed tarantula. They are tropical terrestrial tarantulas who need to have a hide early on, but as they mature, they tend to be a little less likely to use them. which is why we give them plenty of dirt to play with, but do not grant them a hide ourselves because it's up to them as to whether they want one. If you give, all right, we're gonna back this shindig up this way. Oop. Look at this. Tomorrow I've got to continue with my cleaning efforts. If you give a tarantula a hide and it refuses to use one, it does hold the potential of causing a little bit of a problem. You see, other animals can move into your cage or your tarantula's cage, and those other animals are likely going to be spiders or ants, and they will utilize said hide, and you might not find out about them being in there until it's too little too late. Tarantulas are susceptible to attack, especially after a molt. Ooh. Why you ban me? Nobody banned you, Tyrus. What? Always. He's always here. Wait, was it on the chat? I don't remember him getting banned. These glasses look really freaking
On Discord.
odd. Yeah?
That's what Tyrus said.
Oh. Jeez, I don't know what happened. I've never had a problem with you, Tyrus. Oh, jeez. Don't look at me. I've hardly been on there today. I've been too busy, guys. I know nothing. I am innocent.
Right, I've been at the bazaar, really.
Right?
The cow happened to go down and
You called him a fuckwit?
places she could go down.
I wish I could say that doesn't sound like you, but I think everybody has had moments where they have been.
Who called who a fuckwit?
Tyrus apparently called local a fuckwit. I don't think anybody would ban you for that, especially after I found out that local had a dream about me, having an argument with him. No offense, local, but your mind's a little bit weird. Just saying. Yeah, he said that he had a dream about me and him arguing about who was the better artist, Eminem or what is Kanye West. And he proceeded to try and kickstart that on the Discord, and I was just like, no, no. I was like, just stop dreaming about me. Stop it. Terrible. All right. So, around the world. 1, 2, 3. Around the back. 1, 2, 3. Around the back. 2. Around the back. Wait, that'd be 3, right? I'm on 3. 3, 4. 1. 4. 1. 3. 6. 2. 11. 13. 14. 15. 26. Whew. Excuse me. Move. Whew. You demand an apology? Oh, Philip. Oh, Philip, no. No, Fed boy.
You're sorry. You're such a.
We're sorry that you think so highly of yourself that you could threaten to attempt to upend the whole thing, saying that you have 200 accounts invested. I mean, really. Wild. All right, I should be writing that down. No. Oh, shenanigans. All right, I have a pen, I have paper. That was a lie. I figured it was.
I'm not the biggest fan of liars around.
Yeah, no, we're kind of tired of liars, dude. It's a 24, 11. Well, that does not help. 23. Oh. 23. We did 12 curls. And we did 26 around the world. But liars don't admit that they lied. Liars admit when they lie, when they get caught up in the lie follows them to hurt them further. Liars admit they lie all the time. The only way to prove that you're a liar is to not lie again.
But because you lied to begin with, you never know when to trust.
That's another part of it. All right, this is our Lasiodora parabana. It's a salmon pink bird-eating tarantula. She used to be the most prolific escape artist we had, constantly trying to get out every time that we missed her to her cage. Not so much anymore. As a matter of fact, she went from being someone that liked to hide to being somebody that liked to be top of the ground. Oh, maybe I am white Kanye West. You never know, steak sauce. You never know. Oop. You see how she lifted her abdomen up in the air like that? That is the first time since her last molt that she's actually showed signs that she might throw urticating hairs. That move right there is what tarantulas do before they start kicking shit. Is they will raise that abdomen in the air. Sometimes it'll look like it's lifted above their heads. And then if whatever is bugging them persists, they'll start casting off their urticating hairs to get you to stop. Hey, Susie. No, fuck no. I could barely go and recite my own poetry. Are you kidding me? I have no idea, Jason. Why is Liar's Dice? I don't even know what Liar's Dice is. Philip redacted his stuff. Man, that is some government issue BS right there. Gotta live your truth, Philip. You can't just go and hide from
I
it.
already saw it, Gio, and I don't understand why you did screenshots and posted them.
Screenshots of what? Of what? Of me?
Like free screen type thing.
Oh, no, I didn't do that.
No, Gio did.
Oh. Whew. Why is Acid retracting her messages? We're doing all right, Susie. Susie is... All right, bye, Tyrus. How you doing, Susie? I've had like 4th degree dreams where I wake up from a dream and another. No, that's freaking crazy. My mind needs to not do that Inception shit because that shit has me waking up wondering whether what I am encountering in my current processes through the day is actually reality or whether I'm going to start hearing an alarm clock sounding. It's why I hate going to, well, not hate, it's why I am displeased going to Subway sometimes because they have an alarm system that sounds like my old alarm clock from back in the day. And I'm just sitting there thinking that I'm about to wake up still in high school, wondering why I just dreamt up like 12 to 20 years. Driving me crazy, Acid. Freaking. Well, thank you, Jason. I needed to look more my age instead of looking like a young 20-some-year-old. God, that drives me nuts. There was one time back when I was still working as a gardener that I had gone through my entire workday and I was wrapping it up. I remember I had scraped and I had gone over the scraped areas with a rake to make it look tidy. By the way, that shit works really well. I had cleared briars. I had pulled weeds out from between plants. I had done all of this work. And then I heard a familiar sound. It was my alarm going off. And all of a sudden I woke up and I had to deal with everything all over again. I was mad. I was feeling like I needed to get paid twice. I don't want to look young, bro. The hell is Lang? It's like, no. I was late for school bus and woke up thinking it was real. High school was traumatizing, okay? Didn't know how to control that. No, fuck, I still have dreams where I'm in high school. And like, it's me fighting through, trying to tell people that I should not be here. I have a job and I'm an adult and people laughing it off. And I'm trying to figure out the best way to get the fuck out. And I can never make it to an exit. Ever. Like, let me go home. No.
Oliver's not happy with me.
And why is that?
I snacked on 2 eggs
Hmm.
and I didn't share.
It's crazy. All right, so it is exercise time. We're gonna come over here, and we're gonna see if we can pull off curling that weight at least 10 times. Whew, did you fart? So that's just the smell of the eggs you ate.
You should smell the fridge.
Oh no, honey. I can just imagine what it's gonna be like tonight.
What, the fridge?
No, your farts.
I'm not talking about it. Double eggs in their house, though.
I don't care. You ate whole eggs here.
2.
Guys, if you don't hear from me tomorrow, it's because I died in my sleep, gassed out of my own bedroom.
Or killed because he won't shut up.
Oh my god, I'm going to bed. Jesus Christ. Traumatized Jason again. Cross that off my list of things I needed to do today.
What?
Coughing or trouble breathing? No. I do feel bad for Coco. She's in a lot of pain.
It's workplace stuff. Ooh. Yeah, I lucked out. People are treating me like I'm the senior security officer where I'm at. If they have any questions, do they want to work anything out with me as, as a part of the security team, I'd be the one that they go to, which is very weird for me because I've always been under the assumption that I would forever be treated like a child. Because my voice sounds like I never quite got through puberty. Fantastic. He just needs to poop. Oh. All right. Today, I had my first encounter with what could only be described as a Charlie horse in the stomach, a cramp. I noticed that my abs were feeling sore, so I decided that I was going to try to tense them up a little bit, because sometimes I enjoy the feeling of the soreness. Did not expect it to go, ouch. I sound like I had puberty twice. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 11, sort of. And I say sort of because I put my shoulder into that a little bit too much. Oh. One, 2.
Okay, baby. Thank you. Thank you for being here. She's gonna be just fine for these.
Yeah. Dell System 32. I haven't the foggiest. Where's the water? We don't have water? Well, water break. I better go and get a drink of it out of the bathroom, I guess.
How about you take one out of the freezer and fill it up?
Because I don't want to. All right. I'll be right back, folks. Oh, right. I'm going to write that down first before I forget it. Okay.
Big Mama's coming in. Yeah, she definitely collapsed or labor. It was actually collapsed quite a bit, and I put it back in myself. I hope she's okay. So she's pushing? She was pushing. She looks like she's kind of stopped now, but it was quite collapsed earlier. I know she's due, but we don't have an exact date, so I don't know what the heck's going on. Girl, you got Big Mama in today because I thought she had a prolapsed uterus. I kind of felt wrong myself. I couldn't feel any babies up in the birth canal. So I figured I'm not going to be able to do this on my own, so I better get her to that. Want me to make the way down? Reader to get voice.
What?
So cool that I don't want to see these coming in the most pain. There's a cervix and there's a foot. Okay. Like she is trying to have a baby. Okay. I think she's just pushing so hard. But she's had babies before. Yeah, she had some last year. Any troubles? This is not common to have a vaginal prolapse during birth, and it is problematic. It makes much less room for the collapse. The cervix is dilated about only enough for me to get that many fingers through. Right. I'm gonna try to bring all that. I'm hoping that we can get the baby out and possibly that will be a
Sorry about the wait, guys.
Whew.
Whoo! I dropped the water bottle in the bathroom,
I was wondering what that sound was.
and also I had to poo.
Well, everybody's guess was right.
I had to poo. I apologize. I'm only human. Geo, I knew it! How dare he pass along? For shame, critter, for shame. We thought you were more than human.
Oliver, why are you whining?
Because he's Oliver. All right. We are poo positive here. That's one way of putting it. I mean, we say shit. We all do shit. So I guess we are poo positive. Whew. What are you getting into? If I go in there and there is poop on the floor, you know you're going to get spanked. He's not acting like he did anything wrong. All right. Well, that could have been avoided if I just used 2% of my brain power. So this is a Brazilian white-knee tarantula. Full leg span is about as wide as my hand. She doesn't look like that right now, but that's because her legs are very, very close to her body. She is a tropical terrestrial tarantula. You ever thought of talk to text and just learning to enunciate? That's what I do sometimes when I get tired of my fat potato farmer fingers. Although my fingers aren't nearly as fat as they used to be, I should know my ring keeps trying to fly off of my hand. That's not an excuse, it just keeps happening. There we go. Plenty of humidity. That's gotta be like some sort of psychological thing up in your head. Don't trust a fart, guys, especially after spicy food. Although, I don't know if it's the same with you guys, but with me, if I eat spicy food and it's coming down the pipe, I fucking know about it. I mean, oh my god, I will be like, clear the way, get the fuck out of here. It's coming. It's headed right for us. Freaking pushing people out of the way and shit. If you can feel it kind of like shooting through your system, yeah, don't trust the fart. So care for these guys is pretty straightforward. In their younger years, you want to give them plenty of hides. You want to give them places to go. They might even dig their own. However, as they age, just like the Lasiodora parabana, the white-knee tarantula typically likes to spend the majority of its time above ground. It's hard to tell sometimes. Yep. Remember, relationships are a lot like farts. If you gotta force it, it's probably shit. Just saying. Right, honey? Mm-hmm. Right. You're just like, oh, People are gonna look at you like you just had something roar in your stomach. You gonna be okay, or do you need an emergency room?
What? Oh, that was a hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you talking to?
Delete system 32 unless you know how to bypass it. Shit. Oliver! Stop trying to bury your food. You're not even trying to bury your food. You're trying to bury Duchess's food. Stop it. Little monster. Yeah, it's not pretty either. And it is really sad that so many people can connect on such a spiritual level about something so distressing. Lightfire, the type of person that would crash a plane. Are we trash talking on Lightfire? I thought we already did this. Dulcolax sometimes because When your favorite food is meat and cheese, it needs help. Oh no. No, I'm not going to trash talk on Light Fire anymore. We've already gone over the ins and outs as to why that kind of fell apart in the group. You don't keep hounding somebody on that too much. Not unless you're hitting on one of the moderators, which would be kind of weird. We wouldn't know anybody that did anything like that, right? No, her water dish is clean. It's just got a little webbing in it. A little butt thread in the water dish. Oliver, do you actually need out? If I take you out right now, are you going to go potty? Or are you going to be a pain in the butt? All right. All right. Oh, that was weird. Oh, fuck. So this right here, for those who are new, this is Oliver. Oliver is a show-coated golden retriever. He has got the handsome build and the cute face. He is father to our, short-coated, what is it, English cream golden retriever. He is the chill one. His daughter is a crackhead. What would you recommend for a mac? Like mac and cheese, man? That's kind of a weird question. Anything have administrative privileges unless... No. I don't mess with Max. It's just not your cup of tea. Not your bowl of chowder. Oliver, go potty. Oliver! Go potty. What do you think we're out here for? Well, yeah, you need windows to breathe, man. You can't just rely on the airflow from your front door. Oh my god, look how blurry that is. Come on. Come on. Go potty, Oliver. Oof. Raw. Well, I think raw oysters is supposed to be like an aphrodisiac. Mashed potatoes, fresh, actually peeled, are the best. Oliver, are you done? Oliver, come on. Mashed potatoes aren't overrated. They're kind of an over-processed version of a potato dish, but you know, you can actually take mashed potatoes and make mashed potato patties. It's kind of like a combination of mashed potatoes and, oh, what are those? Hash browns. So good. I meant what I meant. He's willing to die upon this hill. This is his fight. This is his Roman Empire right here. Come on. Gravy does not fucking suck. Gravy is some good shit. It's also kind of why I'm shaped the way I'm shaped. Uh-oh. Oliver, you better go fight your daughter. You better go fight your daughter. Oh, look at his face. Look at his face. Such a good girl.
Oliver's like, quick. He's like, more fleas.
Alright. Oh, my toes itch. They were itching really bad earlier. I mean, I couldn't stop myself. I took my shoes off. Starting to think that my toes itching has something to do with the level of stress that I'm under. Like being in that house. They have got to do something about that smell. I was having a hard time breathing at first. All right. I've changed. Wait, since your boyfriend, like you're not willing to eat meat, are you?
Sausage gravy is the best gravy.
No, yeah, that's almost a fact.
What do you almost? Don't you like the bacon gravy better?
No, I like Swedish meatball gravy, where you make the gravy in,
You do that again.
cause that shit is fire.
That's brown.
I love gravy on mashed potatoes now. I guess I never considered it because whole life gravy.
Biscuits and gravy is the bomb.
Biscuits and gravy.
We need to make that.
Mm-hmm. We need to get a list together of things that we want made. I want to have chicken enchiladas again with the white sauce. White sauce chicken enchiladas with motherfucking sweet corn in the sauce. Taste fucking amazing.
I thought we put the sweet corn in the enchilada.
Which is in the sauce, isn't it?
You have the filling that you pour the sauce on the outside.
Oh. Well, that then. So good.
Chicken, cheese, corn.
What? What do you want to say, steak sauce? Yeah, I've never been a fan of sweet potatoes for the most part.
Oh, no. them.
Sweet potato fries, however, can be exquisite. Can be dynamite. Oh. Oh. What? What is this? What is this? This is tufts of fur. You're the reason why our vacuum's slowly falling apart. You know that, right? Give me more of that. Oh, they taste so good. It's got the sweet potato fries. It's got the texture of French fries. That kind of, what would you call that? The snap of the French fries?
Crunch?
The crunch. Not necessarily crunch, because the sweet potatoes that are kind of soggy, like McDonald's fries, are really good too. But the flavor mix with that texture is so good.
Sweet potato.
Hey, Roni, how's it going?
I've never had sweet potato waffle fries.
Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 1, 4, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 6, 7, 2, 8, 1, 3, 9, 1, 10, 1, 11, 1, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2. Oh. Whew. Doing better than last time, that's for sure. Hey, Ray Reptiles Black Room House. Welcome to the live. Those were around the world. 22 of them. The last set was 26. We are definitely better than we were last week. Oh. Whew. What are you, my friends? Well, I am in the United States. I am in Oregon. Tomorrow, we are focusing on more cage cleaning during the day. We have little guy, our adult male ball python, and we have the male orange head roach bin that I need to finish cleaning out. And if we have time, we're going to go and deal with this area right here in general, tidying it up, finishing tidying this up, and working on the cardboard area, because that is going to be the next spot for the orange head roaches, because they are reproducing at room temperature here in Oregon. Dubia roaches don't have that problem. Orange head roaches definitely have that problem. They are definitely more hardy. As a matter of fact, I think they're reproducing better at room temperature than they did at 85. So that is not good. Whew. Are you a tree? No, I don't think I'm a tree. Why do you think I'm a tree? Okay, here we are. Whew. Oh, like tall? No, I'm only 5'11". I'm not tall by any means. I'm kind of standard size here in the United States. Move! What, you need into your kennel? You want in your kennel, baby. Get in there. Ooh. I'll be right back. Ooh. Those around the world's work the pectoral muscles. Tomorrow's going to be rough because those pecs are already hurting. My failed attempt at being cool. Oh, we've all had failed attempts. Yes, Spanky, we're all still up. We are all still up and we are all still enjoying each other's company. How are you doing, Spanksters? Let's see here. 24. We have 11 11 curls with 45 pounds. And, well, correction. We have 23 overall curls with 45 pounds. We have 48 around the world with 45 pounds. I stopped by Walmart and I got curious while in their weight section, and I picked up a 50-pound cowbell, which is like $50, and I curled it twice. So we are getting ourselves up there. That is what we want to see. Now this right here is our Theraphosa apophysis, and you can already see from this distance that she is one chunky critter. Look at this. My word. I mean, that is insane. That's crazy. Tarantulas, generally speaking, don't get that fat before molting. Normally, it's like it's a size or two less before they finally flip over. I fail at my attempts of being cool, but I'm cool because of that. Yes. All right, so here we have a little bit of a food ball. I don't know what this critter got. Oh, wait, that's not a food ball. That's just a head of its last victim. Ah, wonderful. The camo on that, that's right. She is just about the same red hue or the same brown hue as the dirt that she is in. I'm going to try to get some of this water into her den just in case she decides to molt in there. You want to up the humidity in there especially. Make it good for her. What kind of nerd? Being a nerd is not bad. Being a nerd hasn't been bad in a very long time. Hey, you better watch what you're kicking, child. Greg victim. No, that one was Charlie. Charlie didn't stand a chance. He was pre-killed before he was put in with the tarantula. So this is a Theraphosa apophysis. Very pre-molt. That's the only thing you can do. If you try to just act like you weren't awkward, it only makes it even more awkward. Have you ever watched somebody try to walk back their awkwardness? It never works out. Never works out. You've got to own it after you get the stares. She is absolutely fantastic. Beautiful. And she has got that dump truck. Oh my lord. She has got the junk in her trunk. And I'm hoping that she molts soon. This is a tropical terrestrial tarantula, which is why we just spritzed her cage down. She is primarily an insectivore, but by the time she's done growing, she could probably take down a small cat. Bunda. The fuck is Bunda? It's not something from Unda, is it? Bunda from Unda? No. Yeah, I don't know that slang. Speaking of being awkward, listen to me doing it. All right, so when you're putting these guys away, you want to make sure that you get yourselves cage clamps for these mesh lid type cages. You come over here and you slap that on. Make sure when you are keeping tarantulas that you try to maintain the right humidity, the right climate. I would know British slang. Lilith being stubborn. Could it be environmental? Did it get too cold in the house? All right. Here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, that very well could be environmental. Could have been a dip. Did you have any sort of a power outage? Well, I know it radiates at 105, but if there was some sort of a break in the power at any point, maybe she didn't get to the heat spot in time and she's just feeling very sluggish. Could be she's still digesting her last meal, and that is still making its rounds through her digestive tract. There are so many things that reptiles go through that make them not want to eat. And really, with a critter like yours, it's really hard to tell. She could just be giving you the finger to give you the finger. They are somewhat intelligent, if not very intelligent. Three days ago? Don't they eat? They eat twice a week, don't they? I mean, that depends entirely on how big the meal is, as it is with any reptile. Was her last meal extraordinary by any means? Did she eat more than she usually does? These are the questions to which I must ask. That's weird then. That is really weird. And her temps are good. Were there any loud bangs in the house? You have any new critters around? You can look to see if she has any spider bites or anything like that on her person that might have gotten her sick. Because, as we know, because of what happens to some people, certain spider bites will actually make you feel physically ill. Not just like localized swelling, but oh dear God, what the fuck kind of ill. So that would be my next thing. If it keeps going, look to see if there's anything that might have happened to her in the cage that you're not aware of. That's weird. What the fuck? That is really fucking weird. Checked her, she's fine. Fireball buckets? I thought that the typical whiskey bottles that you could get, the kind where you hold it like this with your finger through the top of the bottle and you drink it, that we had those here locally for Fireball. They were massive Fireball containers. And it took me like a week to 2 weeks to drink that thing down, if not longer. I can't remember because I was drinking excessive amounts of Fireball.
What was last time?
Whew. Half the proof, a lot more sugar. Oh, that's nothing.
Fireball is really good in hot chocolate.
Ooh, that it is. But I cannot drink anymore. The person who I was when I drank is not the person who I want to be as I progress in my life. Now, Stoner Hiram might make an appearance at some point in the future. But Drunk Hiram will remain dead to the world. Fireball is the bane of my existence. Yeah, well, wine is the bane of my existence. Because when I get wine drunk, fucking people can do goofy shit to me and it can have like lasting impacts. So no. God, do I have fleas eating my toes in these shoes? What the hell? Oh, fuck. $150 proof is strong. Yeah, it sounds like that. It sounds like stuff that you use to peel the paint off of shit. I don't know why you're drinking that. You read in the message before and the one after, you can't escape. Okay. All right. They have a point, honey. Duchess. You're so cute, but we're here for the monkey. Rosie wanting to fight. Oh God, is there a video out there of that happening? I would totally pay to see that shit. I become a different Spanky when I'm drunk. Oh fuck. No, I'm not looking to send it anywhere. Monkey.
Aw. I
What?
just got on the ground and hang on.
Just itching my toes like crazy. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's not athlete's foot. Because athlete's foot has a very unique smell.
How much you got left?
I still have the scorpion,
I don't know why I thought you were going to cut it out.
and I have to water the
Green bottle blue.
green bottle blues.
And then the roaches.
Yep. So we're almost there. The kitty. I didn't itch him. I didn't pet him with the same hand. I took my phone, put it in this hand, and then I itched my foot with my other hand. Okay? For all we know, he's the reason I itch. Motherfucking fleas. Sometimes, Rosie, that's all we can do. It got so bad for me that I woke up one day and I could not tolerate the fact that I had been such a terrible person the night before and I could not remember any of it. And it dawned on me that it's either I change or I potentially lose everything. No, it's my name came from the LDS religion. Hiram's the name of the brother of Joseph Smith, and my mom thought that by naming me I would become a good brother. And
You're not a bad one.
yeah, but I wouldn't call myself a good one because I've done some pretty fucked up things, like hit my brother in the head with a full school bag, not skull bag, but school bag, like full of books and papers.
Okay, but we bought your brother warm stuff.
Well, no, I'm talking about Micah.
I'm talking about
Chill, aren't you a minor? What? If seen your PFP, isn't that personal profile picture or profile?
so.
Yeah. Such a good kitty. You're such a good kitty. Chio, you are under 18, yes? Yeah, but the laws over in Europe are a little weird. Okay. Like southern United States weird in some cases.
But he's from England?
Mm-hmm. Where are you getting this from? A mystic she saw in the mountains of Appalachia. The laws are not weird. I thought they were. See, here in the United States, we've got some fucked up laws. Fucked up consent laws. That really need to be nixed from the books in the southern states. And I thought the UK was like that. No, I can't use my other hand to itch my toes. Oh, God. I've got a problem, guys. It's a new addiction.
I have a more impressive one.
What?
Sleep.
That is a very good addiction. Now,
Having withdrawals.
okay. Some people can handle liquor. Other people, like me, should not be drinking. The laws in the U.S. are worse because we constantly contradict other laws that were supposed to be in place in the first place. For instance, it used to be if you unalived somebody maliciously with like planning involved, you would in fact be dealt with in a likewise manner. Very straightforward, really good way of dealing with the situation. You don't have to worry about that person reoffending again. And we got laws put into place that say, well, they can be in jail till they die. And then we had laws put into place where they said, well, they can get out of jail in 30 or 20 years on good behavior. And it just kind of devolved, if you would.
They have D&D dice that are candy.
Oh, God. Body really good. 10 feet under with cement on top. Can't smell it. No, correction. I'm pretty sure Spanky's already done it. He's probably got 3 friends that have 40 acres and a backhoe. Because that's the way, we like it, that's the way, Anyway. It's good to have friends. 1, 2. The past is the past. Oh, God. All right. 1, 2, 3. Whew. You guys are terrible. And technically speaking, we probably shouldn't be joking about that because some people out there will take that shit seriously. For the record, we are joking. Okay? It's just a joke, Fed boys. Calm down. Don't raid my house and shoot my squirrel that I don't have. You guys would kill me if I had a squirrel in here and didn't share it.
Right.
Exactly, Spanky. What?
I want to borrow your extra stocking cap.
I told you could. Jesus. We're only kind of terrible people. Alright. Well, I think there's actually a few randos still here. By the way, don't be randos and don't be strangers. Subscribe. Get onto the Discord. Have a chat. Introduce yourselves. We don't bite. I don't think much.
You do nibble sometimes.
Yes, my wife does nibble sometimes.
What?
I said yes, my wife does nibble
I
sometimes.
said you nibble sometimes.
You're okay, child. I just heard her tippity tap under the lid. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick. Whew. Guess what, folks? Depending on how it goes tomorrow, we will have hours to get our push-ups done. Hours to push us.
What do you mean depending on how it goes?
Well, it depends on whether I have the time and whether I've cleaned up enough. Soon enough. No, I'm not logging off. I was telling people that they could join the Discord. They could join us, introduce yourselves, say hi. You can say hi here too. We are pretty straightforward. We joke about a lot of heinous shit. This is an adult themed chat. We will fucking cuss, and I'm not shitting you on that. Though it doesn't happen constantly. Oh shit. It's been unplugged. I cannot go one day without drinking. I don't binge. I drink to feel less anxiety and more social.
I understand that one. Don't work. Right, hon?
Right. Now this is
Sparta.
This is Needles. Needles is an Asian forest scorpion. She is a beautiful little creature, and we will be feeding her and some of the tarantulas, if not all of the tarantulas, tomorrow, or at least trying to. We are also going to be working on the new male-only cage. What?
Are you gonna have to go get crickets tomorrow?
Possibly. Question is, do I go to Longview, or do we go back to freaking our pet store where they gave us like 6 dead crickets in our bag? I was not happy about that. So this is a venomous animal. It is mildly venomous though, which is interesting because a lot of the New World scorpions are medically relevant, like the bark scorpion or the yellow scorpion in South America, but certain species in the old world, places like Asia and parts of Africa, have scorpions with mild venom. And the same thing, too, for tarantulas being mild in the New World and being a little bit more medically relevant in the Old World. It's pretty crazy. Dubia is the only way to go, in my opinion. Who? What? I won't even feed them to my reptiles. Yeah, they don't seem to have too much of a problem with it. Who? What? Old World, New World. New World tarantulas tend to have less medically relevant venom. Old World tarantulas tend to have more medically relevant venom. Certain species of Old World scorpions have less medically relevant venom, while New World scorpions tend to have extremely medically relevant venom. For better emojis. Look at that. It's chilly over. It's freaking Britain. It's supposed to be chilly.
It's cold here too.
It is cold here too, but this is Oregon. It's supposed to be chilly.
Inside?
It is not chilly inside. You're drinking too much soda pop.
I barely had any since we've been home.
Since we've been home, but throughout the day you've had how much?
2 bottles.
Yeah, too much. That much sugar is not good for you. Lordy. Oh, I know what those are. Alright.
There's no caffeine in it? Even that's what I...
This is biofluorescence. It is where a chemical compound on the exoskeleton of the scorpion takes the UV light and converts it into a light spectrum that we can more easily see. It is not radioactivity.
Is Monkey on?
He probably could be in the background.
Oh, well, you said that, and he's the one who goes radioactive.
Yeah. This is probably the best way for individuals to go, to go and find scorpions in their area. Most scorpions will fluoresce, if you will. Now, scorpions that have just recently molt will not, at least not as well. So, good luck and be very careful, especially in the United States, because you don't want to be stung by a good many of the scorpion species that we have, primarily because most of them are bark scorpions. Oliver's having a nightmare. No, we had a big discussion about this. It's not bioluminescence, because bioluminescence would mean the animal itself was creating the effect. This needs to have an external source of UV to create the fluorescence. So, it is biofluorescent. Just like anything that lights up on a black light is fluorescent. Or under a black light. How is that not fun? You gotta go and build a snowman. Do you want to build a snowman? Make it brick some cars. Use a tree stump to fool a chump.
So ramming it with this car.
Something like that. I already used car.
Ramming through a bar?
Who just got out of bar? Oh, my work has let me try to at least build snowmen. My work has also let me shovel some snow, despite the fact that it's not in my job description. And they have let me direct traffic a little bit when one of the attendants goes to have to use la restroom. Here we go. So, I feel very fortunate with that. I forgot to write down the last set. It was 9. So, whew. Now these guys are insectivores. They need to feed on things like crickets, roaches. Caring for said crickets and roaches yourself is a good way to ensure that the food source is reliable. You won't have to worry about them getting Arizona scorpions. Arizona scorpions, if I'm not mistaken, often are a species of bark scorpion, which means their venom tends to pack quite a punch. If it doesn't kill you, it's going to make you sick. It's going to make you wish you were not with us, so to speak. If you missed this one, we do have to move its little area back. This is an Asian forest scorpion. It has a mild venom. She is just a little thing. Look at that. Yeah. These scorpions have a venom that is comparable to a bee sting. You still... Yeah, camel spiders are especially notorious for being non-venomous. They typically rip their prey apart. Now, people spread the word that camel spiders will dissolve the intestines of a camel. They've literally witnessed a camel spider eating out the bottom of a camel. But I can pretty much assure you that that happened. And the reason why camel spiders chase people out in the desert is simply because they're looking for shade. They run after shade because it's the fucking desert. Okay, it's hot as balls, folks. And if they can find shade, they will run to it as quickly as possible. Hamsters are not better. Between me and my neighbor on a very narrow ledge, and I can't have him doing that. There are also a good many spider species that can't really harm you if they bite you. House spiders are one of them. Now, we're talking like the relative of the wolf spider. Jumping spiders, which, by the way, folks, good golly. Check this out. We have, I believe it's a male jumping spider right here. Look at him go. I say male because if you look at his pedipalps, at least to me, they look enlarged. So I think that might be an adult male. I could be wrong, but the pedipalps don't lie, and he's got boxing gloves. Look at him go. Probably trying to seek out a female. Perhaps the one we've got out in the car is a young female. I might have to relocate her into the house so that she can help pick off things like ants, other spiders.
I'm surprised she hasn't died in the cold.
Right. So long as they are pretty much that size, we don't run a risk of them getting into the cages. They have a hard time getting in there. The spiders that we have had the worst time with are the false widow spiders that those spiders like to rip out of the webs and eat. So I'm taking my chances, hoping that little bastard right there will kind of clean house for me and take care of those nasty little false widows. Snake King Cobra friends. We don't have any King Cobras, but we do have ball pythons here. Here, let me show you. Guys and gals, dogs or cats? I can't choose between dogs or cats.
Yes.
Look at her, she's so pretty. Snakes. Spanky. Yo, what? Pulling out all stops for that optimal truth right there. I chose hamster. Hey, girly. You can come say hi? You can come up here? I think she's sick of my shit. All right. It is time for some more Around the Worlds. We are going to put away the scorpion first. Oh, Lilith for sure would eat a live bird. At least that's what I'd say. That particular species of scaly dog is notorious for being an opportunistic eater. They will jump on any opportunity. Yay, Spanky! You need to put the house back on the scorpion. Nope. Nope. The house is already on the scorpion. She needs to crawl underneath it. For a second, I lost track of what you were saying. I was just like, the house was never... Whose house? This house? You never put this house on the scorpion. How strong do you think I am? I could barely lift 45 pounds freaking 10 times. Come on now. Because that last brain cell is slowly running out of juice. All right. Yeah, we wouldn't own any venomous reptiles primarily because we know how it goes with the centipede. We already had a little bit of a scare earlier with the centipede trying to clean out her cage. And I wasn't keeping track of a roach that was still running around the cage. And I scooped up some dirt. And all I saw were some antennae doing this number out of the dirt, and I thought that I'd fucked up, and I had the centipede within striking distance of my hand, and I dropped the dirt and almost shat my pants. And I sat there and I was like, oh my god! It's all on my last live video. It was not pretty. Gaboon Viper? Yeah, that's another one. You want one, Spanky? It's not against the rules over there down south now, is it? Because that would be an interesting one to have. You want plenty of space, though. Because I think a snake can strike with 2/3 of its body. It is? Oh, that sucks. I'll comment to keep you from getting lonely. Gio, I'm getting plenty of comments, buddy. What's going on? Oh, my God. I'm a felon just for owning her. Well, quit telling people that on the chat. That way, nobody tries to look into it. Because we already know there are Karens out there that will report people for owning squirrels. So I would rather you not get a knock on your door from good old Fed boys looking to steal your shit and throw you in jail. Whew. Good call. Reptile the Black is definitely trying to be a team player. Lilith can destroy glass. It's like the freaking tigers that they have over at the Oregon Zoo. I was just looking at it and I'm like, wait. Can't that tiger technically jump out of the enclosure? And the fucking employee looked me in the eyes and said, if she wanted to jump out of that enclosure at any point, if she really wanted to, she could.
Mm-hmm.
She chooses to stay in that enclosure.
Of course, she doesn't realize she can.
And I'm just sitting there like, isn't that a liability issue? Just like, yes, let's have a species that is notorious for being man-eaters hop out of the enclosure and say hi to little Timmy over there. You know, while hungry. I'm back from cooking. It's Tyrus! Oh, no.
What?
Oh, freaking Lilith is cracked glass just from wanting food. Oh, fuck. I think I might be getting an inner ear infection. Starting to hit right here. All right. Now, around the worlds, and then we will go and deal with the roaches. And then we will end the night on one curl because that's what we did last time. And then this time, we were feeling extra strong and did 2 more reps on the first set of curls. So,
Don't you need to water the green bottle blues?
oh, I do also need to water the green bottle blues. Holy shit, that sounds so good.
What?
The breakfast burrito. All right.
I want fried chicken.
1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. All right. Now, we don't have to try to pull babies.
Green bottle blue.
Oh my God, it can happen after.
Oh, I thought. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I just got done exercising. I didn't mean to snap. It's just I know I gotta do them. They don't need to happen first.
Well, just go by the order you said. So, Miss Duchess, can we keep our mouse out of the litter box tonight?
Oh yeah, Duchess got in huge trouble last night, guys. I completely forgot about that. Thank you. So, we were settling in for the night, and Duchess decides, just out on a whim, to hop off the bed and go just face first into the litter box. Like, no hesitation. We were so mad. I was yelling so hard. All right, so now we have 68 around the worlds done tonight. And we have 32 curls. We're going to be doing one more set of at least curls tonight to finish it off. All right, Tyrus, go and enjoy that high. Tyrus had some bud that she put onto the butter, and it kind of cooked down, and it put some of that good old THC into that shit. Mmm. Mmm.
You bitch about enough, you might as well just do it.
No. Just because I'm feeling the aster on those exercises doesn't mean that I should have that attitude. There's no good excuse for snapping at the person that you love. All right, so this is what we are going to be correcting to some extent tomorrow. Keep in mind, it's a little alarming. These are our orange-head roaches. The adults primarily stay above ground. The children like to stay underground. What I'm going to be doing tomorrow is finishing up with this bin right here, which will be the new bin for the adult males. I will be going through and I will be picking up roaches and checking for white marks on the tip of the abdomen. Those that have the white marks, like our little friend right there, will be going into the new tote. We are going to essentially attempt to slow down procreation in this cage by separating the males and the females as best we can. Dystopian overpopulation, that is pretty much what we're dealing with. We are also going to be looking at getting another tote to start separating further. But for right now, we are going to be doing this. We're going to clean out an area over by the cardboard section that I showed earlier. It's still quite the mess over there, but the colder environment should reduce their overall breeding. These guys are breeding at temperatures of about 72 to 73 degrees, which to me seems rather obscene, but they are getting it done. Hopefully, by putting them in temperatures that are more like 68 to 69, we can reduce the population growth further. It is a beautiful concept to separate them because it is rather easy to discern males and females of this particular species. Same can be said for the dubia roach colony, but we don't have an overpopulation of those motherfuckers. No, just these guys. So this is going to be our, at some point, 3-step process. Fucking stop that. No. No snoo anymore. No sex. You guys are done. Naughty. One of the other genders get through, it won't work. It might not work in its entirety, but one is not going to get the same job done as like 10 or 50. And we'd have more of a chance at finding the one eventually. In the meantime, we will continue trying to sell the babies to those who have animals to feed out there. Come on. Everybody out. There's a fucking baby right there. Are you gonna... Come on. Look how small they are. That is incredible. The low temperatures done properly should reduce their overall drive to reproduce as well. So we are going to give them the double whammy. We only have to go and feed these guys in this enclosure, and water them if I could remember where I put my fucking water bottle. Oh, I know where it is. It is going to be, I wouldn't call it entertaining, but at this point, if we lose some of the population, it's not going to break my heart. Because we already have an overpopulation. We are going to get down to the nitty-gritty and figure out what temperature these guys can be sustained at without procreating. The dubias, we already know, actually do function the way that these guys were supposed to function, which was primarily at about 85 degrees. They procreate. Anything less, they won't. These guys are a different breed of crazy. Ultimately, if we had a larger selection of food and we were breeding tarantulas, these would be the optimal animals to use because the sheer amount of offspring that they can create. Absolutely wild. Tomorrow's going to be a busy day, folks. We got a snake cage cleaning, possibly two. Little guys. We might have to clean bells as well. We have got to kind of wash out the old roach cage and turn it into the male.
Are you gonna jump?
Huh. Come on. There you go. All right. And we're going to go and water the spiders next.
And the centipede.
And the centipede. We're also going to try to get another glimpse at the centipede. Tomorrow is going to be another day of cleaning. Oh, I love her so much. Look at the little baby. That is Galorum. She is the only spider that I've ever bought whose transaction actually looked like a drug deal. The temperature outside was frightful, but the goal was rather delightful. But as far as things managed to go, hopefully we'll have babies that grow. Ha! Managed to pull it off. It was a slow process. There's the mail. Oh, fuck it. There's the mail. Oh, shit. I was wondering why it looked like a phone screen. And it's the male green bottle blue. Now his cage is looking rather dry. These guys need to have a semi-arid enclosure. It looks like we have little bits of a kill down in there. That's a beautiful sight to see. That means that he has been eating. What we're going to do is we're going to spray his cage, and maybe at the end of the day tomorrow, after I go live cleaning a little bit, we can try to get him and her back together. Because Oregon is one of the most mundane states. Eugene, I think there's also Eugene, Kansas. I'm not sure, but there's Eugene, Oregon for sure. That might have been a little bit overdoing it. Have you ever heard of King Eugene of Eugene? What?
This doesn't look too tacky, does it?
No, it looks like you're trying to stay warm. Winter wear isn't tacky unless it's got Santa Claus on it. I have never heard of King Eugene of Oregon either. Please tell me that this is not something that's going to be a moment of gullibility on my part. She said, have you ever heard of King Eugene of Oregon? Is it a homeless person? That sounds kind of like a homeless person. Oh, what did you get now?
Play my game.
By the way, tarantulas, as I'm trying to tell people, are pretty much one of the easiest animals to own. Keep them at about 75 degrees and you will be okay. Check on her. Is that what you have, Ray Reptiles? We don't have any Pac-Man frogs here. She's okay. She's just hanging out.
I need to pull this up.
That is our female green bottle blue. Looks like I don't see any crickets running around in there. Which probably means she ate them all. Or at least most of them. Ah, she's so cute. Tube of nightmares. I don't know if Ray's trying to sell stuff or he's just trying to connect with the group and is having a hard time due to, excuse me, honey, due to communication issues. But, I mean, participant's a participant. I'm not going to be like, oh, no, it's too hard to communicate. Oh yeah, she is definitely a cool tarantula. They are semi-arboreal. They will live in tall grass, shrubs, and potentially trees, depending on how they are positioned. Um, they're also considered to be terrestrial, but
Where's your
my back pocket.
still your debit card?
Do you want to keep the debit card?
Should I?
Do you want to? You look so tired. You look stoned.
I don't want
All right. Time for the last set of dumbbell curls for the night, and then it will be off to La La Land for both of us. Body art. Oh, you mean the drink? I thought you meant African bullfrog friends. Those, I thought they're called African cane toads, or those two different things. Those are fucking massive. They're like, put it on a leash massive. They will eat anything they will fit their mouth around. It's 6:42. Gio, I really appreciate all y'all, especially you, for staying up till 6:42. Not going to say it's just for me, but I'm going to think that it's just for me because every now and then feeling a little conceited. I mean, it helps the ego and it helps you feel better about yourself. So, yeah. When you said body armor, I thought you meant clothing. And I was just like, yeah, that's not too bad. However, I prefer the 32 degrees clothing that you can get over at Costco. That stuff acts really good during the winter. Oh my God. And as always, if you're working outside, I always recommend that you dress as if your main goal is to sleep outside. That way, in a survival situation, like let's say your car breaks down on your way home, or for some fucked off reason you have to go out on foot because Armageddon's kicked off, I don't know, you will have a higher chance of surviving. So, something that I learned while I was working as a gardener, actually, there were a few times where I didn't realize that it was freezing. I was so warm and content in the clothing that I was wearing that the only way I would find out it was freezing is I would look up and I would see the freezing rain turning shit into sheets of ice. And I'd be like, oh, I need to get down off of this hill before I'm stuck here. Because I do not like being stuck at work. On milking spiders, like for their webbing, I hear that is incredibly cruel. The way that they do it, especially, essentially, from what I can tell from the videos I've seen, videos can be faked. They actually have it set up to where the spider is hanging down, and they're slowly coiling up the webbing so the spider never touches the ground. And they incentivize the spider continually doing that. And eventually it leads to kind of like a horrifying situation for the spider. I think that it hurts near the end because these animals, they're not effectively replenishing their system. They essentially spin webs until they die, is what I've seen. And could you imagine constantly producing a fluid for somebody else until you pass away from the product being taken from you? That's what I ascertain is going on. That's what it seems to me is happening with these spiders. And to be honest, is not acceptable in my eyes. You don't do that. It's just like, I swear to God, I saw a video of Jeff Corwin. He fucking milked a snake and it died because he was too hard on the snake when he milked it. At least that's what I remember as a kid, and since then I never quite liked Jeff Corwin anymore. If the process to which you are trying to achieve some further goal with an animal winds up killing the animal, then your goal in and of itself is nefarious. Well, that's not quite cows, but chickens are, in a way, if they're not actually free range, treated exactly as you're mentioning. There are some cases where they fucking maim the chicken so that it doesn't go and henpeck other chickens, which is going to happen when you have thousands of chickens in a coop. It's also the same with the spread of the bird flu in chicken coops. Why do you think it's so prolific? And we have officials here in the United States that want to prevent people from having X amount of chickens on their property, when the fact of the matter is, I would rather personally see people raise 10 to 20 chickens on their property and constantly cull and buy chicks and go through a process than I would like to see people buying chickens from the stores, because at least the quality of life for these chickens is better if they're personally raised by people. There are individuals that have worked on bettering the quality of life for cows when it comes to milking and things like that. There are still some processes that are a little rough on the cows, like being separated from their babies, but a lot of times the cows in these factories actually come in themselves and set on a machine that will go and connect to their udders to alleviate the pressure in their udders, and the cows will then walk off, go to feed, go to pasture, go to wherever. There are some what is that, meat cattle ranches that treat their cows like shit, primarily out there in California. Shout out to the ranchers out there in California. I saw the way that you were handling your ranches, and I'm not very pleased with that. You should not be feeding your cows corn. For starters, that is not something that they would be eating out in the wild. It causes them to have gastric issues to the point where you have to cut a hole out in the side of the cow so you can make sure that they are processing their food properly. At what point should you be feeding people meat from that kind of organization? No wonder some of the meat that I eat from places like Safeway tastes like shit. Yes, they are. Well, they're not kept pregnant for several years. What they'll do is they will keep that pregnancy hormone going. After the cow has the baby, they might possibly give injections to keep the production of milk going. They will not just keep getting the cow pregnant over and over and over consistently. They will start off the process and then work on achieving their goal through medicinal means. Yeah, no, you can look it up. You see, these things would not happen if we actually utilized the farmlands that we have here in Oregon for the proper and appropriate treatment of these animals. We have greenery out here, pastures for grazing for miles that nobody ever uses. Pastures that they want to turn into industrial zones rather than handing off to people that actually want to go and raise cattle. From what I understand, they don't impregnate them constantly. It might be once, maybe twice a year, probably once a year, if that. But the mamas are not turning out calves that often. To be honest, I like the idea of children getting the chance of raising their own 4-H animals. Not children like my sister, who eventually just passed off the responsibility to my mother. That in and of itself was not a good idea. There are so many stories with that. I'm going to have to tell you guys tomorrow because we could be here all night with those adventures. Oliver, back up! Are you serious? You naughty dog, stop harassing Wolf in his kennel. No. You got yelled at by Wolf because you're being obnoxious. I've been on dairy farms because of my dad. He lives out in the country. I've been there when they've been milked, and I've seen them allowed to graze in huge pastures. But there are grade B cows. They produce milk for cheese. They are treated super well. These are big. Well, no. Think of it this way: there are cows all over Oregon, especially out over by the coast, that are they're raised both for meat. There are cows out there that are raised for milk, and there are cows that are raised for cheese. And all of these cows typically get the same grazing conditions, which I think is fantastic, especially on the coast where you have the perfect conditions for the regeneration of greenery that they can eat. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. And I think that's what we need to, as a country, focus on rather than focusing on getting our food from other countries that might not treat their cattle the same. We need to utilize the greenery that we have here. Cows, they're not like sheep. They're not going to destroy the environment as they go over it. They don't rip the grass out of the ground. They might turn over the soil a little bit in what they do, but they're not as destructive as like sheep, for instance, which will eat it right down to the fucking root. It's all about 1, 2. I'll get back to 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. It's all about practices that will basically feed into itself. And a bull turned on him, so the bull's meat was donated. Yeah, they say vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, but humans make a habit of vengeance. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck. Hold on. Honey? Sweetie? Should I take Oliver out? Alright. Yes, that is a snake in that tank. Tomorrow we're going to be cleaning his environment, along with creating the new environment for the male roaches. So, yeah, it should be fun. You guys will be a part of it. I will go live during that, and it will be midway through the day. So we'll get to interact with each other a little bit more. Yeah, no. California turns your stomach when it comes to the way they treat their cattle. But that's because California is not a state that should have cattle unless it's by the coast. Ranches that are out in the middle of the desert, unless you can terraform, it's really not good for the animal. And got too close to the calf. Yeah, that will happen. They are very protective. You can't blame them for being protective. That is a strong instinct. And to be honest, it's an instinct that you want some of your animals to have when you have a ranch, because those animals should turn on coyotes and cougars and bears when the time comes. It just so happens that they were dealing with the rancher. No. Oliver! Stop chasing cats! What are you going to do if you catch it? And what if it's a skunk and you get sprayed? And then I have to give you a tomato bath. 9. No. Chocolate milk tastes best. Oliver, think before you do it. I can see you. What the f is that noise? What even is a ranch? A ranch is a facility that is dedicated to the production of resources based on animals. So you have ranches that are dairy ranches or dairy farms. You have cattle ranches that produce beef for meat. They're areas. What the fuck? Is that rain that I'm hearing? Sound like really big raindrops, but the level to which they're falling is very slow. That is weird. No, you're right. They have a lot of additives, and it's really not that good for you. They say that raw milk can contain certain bacteria and whatnot that can hurt you, and they're not wrong. But the way that they process milk for you to drink is also really not good for you. We drink the vitamin D milk. That is probably the closest whole milk that you can get at the stores that we go to. Critter, I meant the sauce. Oh, fucking ranch. The sauce, seriously? I don't even know what ranch technically is. It's a seasoning mixed with, is it like sour cream? Or it's similar to sour cream? You haven't had Geo. Don't tell me they don't have ranch over in the UK. What? What? Ranch can't be one of those things that they deemed unhealthy. It's motherfucking ranch. Okay, so if you can in the UK go and get ranch packs to make your own seasoning, you can get sour cream at the store. You mix the ranch pack in with the sour cream, and that is relatively what a good batch of ranch tastes like. That's fucking crazy. Yes, but at the same time, you got to understand that some of the chemicals that they use to purify the milk that we drink is also not good for us. So we've got to find a better way to do it. Maybe hitting it with a high concentration of UV during the process. That might do it because UV does kill bacteria. But honestly, oh yeah, that's something you want to see. It's something that is on the wide scale up for debate. As it stands right now, there are a lot of foods that are made in the United States that are banned in other countries because, to be quite honest, a lot of the foods that we have, that we eat, are recognized as poisonous due to the contents inside. The bread that we often buy, you can't get over in the UK because of the way that it is created. Essentially, despite all that we have going for the companies and how we say that we need to have government processing what goes on, the government greenlit stuff that poisons us. The government, the FDA, greenlit chemicals that they know are likely damaging our cells and causing cancer. So before you say that the government wouldn't do something, you got to understand that the government's already done it. And other governments have recognized that. No, but that's how you figure out how to taste it, what it tastes like. We're giving you a means of creating it to the best of your ability, so you don't have to ask that question. That's what we're getting at here. If you have ranch packets for dip making and you have sour cream, you can make yourself a good ranch dip and figure out what the fuck that shit tastes like. Yeah, that's a good way of describing it. Is it like garlic and herb? It's more than that. Think of dill. It's got kind of a dill flavor to it, but it's got other spices. It's really fucking good. No. Well, that's understandable. No way. I already took your dad out. Do I need to take you out too? Or can we just get you guys in the bed? Oh, my wife's bringing out the contents here. Does it have the ingredients?
Mm-hmm. There's no dill.
There's no dill?
Salt, garlic, onion.
All right, here we go.
You're not going to read it, are you?
Ingredients. Maltodextrin, buttermilk, salt, garlic, onion, citric acid.
Well,
it just says spices. It just says spices. What the fuck? Less than 2% of lactic acid, calcium lactate, calcium stearate, sugar, artificial flavor, xanthan gum, yeah, no wonder it's not over there. Cellulose.
I like
guar gum, natural flavors, dried, contains milk and soy. No fucking wonder you guys don't have that shit over in the UK.
Do we need to send this to them?
We can't. It's banned in the UK.
It is.
Meth. Meth. No, I don't think it said meth. Oh my god. Yes, they will not tell you exactly what kind of glorious herbs.
No artificial colors or preservatives, gluten-free.
Everything about that sounded like it was artificial. How much shit in there?
I just said artificial colors.
Jesus Christ.
It's still tasty shit.
It is.
Add an extra of this than it calls for to a thing of sour cream, and then mix in a little bit of slap your mama sauce, and that's a dip.
But yeah, the reason why Mountain Dew is probably illegal over there is because of what happened over here. You see, there was a lawsuit.
He does this in the middle of the night going back to bed.
There was a lawsuit that occurred because somebody claimed that they found a mouse in their Mountain Dew. Well, Pepsi, that owns Mountain Dew, snapped back during the lawsuit, during the proceedings, and said, there can't be a mouse in our Mountain Dew. And the judge is like, why? And they said, because we have proof that by the time the can leaves the factory, goes through waiting in the warehouse, and finally hits the store shelves, a mouse will dissolve in the Mountain Dew and there won't be a trace of it. They fucking left that on the table. The judge threw out the case because it was true. Let that sink in when you drink Mountain Dew. That is wild. Anyway. All right. Well, it has been a pleasure, you guys. You have a good night. Stay safe. And remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news.